CEO of the company. And we are the organizer of FutureStarUp International Youth Innovation and Entrepreneurship Contest. This year, we are going to have 45 teams from 10 countries. This is our first session. Now we have 11 teams to pitch in the afternoon or morning session. We are everyone from different countries, so we are in different time zone. And now I'm going to introduce you a little bit about the background about this conference, this contest. And this is the second time we are doing this competition. And this year we have more than 70. Actually, we have 74 from Israel, 76 from China, and more than 30 from other countries. All the participants together, over 180 participants. It's quite a lot. We do this contest every year in May, because May is also very, very meaningful month. May also means the possibility. You all have the possibility to become the future star in the innovation and entrepreneurship. And please allow me to introduce the honorable judges of this year. Dr. Yossi Vadi, he's the most famous probably investor in Israel. And Yuval Wax, the deputy ambassador of Israeli embassy to China. And we have more than 20 other judges. Actually, I'm going to introduce all the judges here, because now the judges are very busy, and also they took the time to be the judge here today. The first one is Ariel Rinsky. He's now in Israel. He's the GM of AgPack, a international company, the head of Israel division, and he was the former head of Itzhak. Benjamin Penn, myself, but actually I deprived myself as a judge, because I'm also a mentor to some teams, so I'm not eligible. I'm not qualified for the judge this time, so I'm not going to be the judge. But we have other judges. Dr. Alon Touchstone, the Associate Dean of Business School of Liverpool School University. And Jeffrey Tui, the angel investor of Annual Capital. He was the executive of Fortune 500 company. And Dr. Lily Wu, she's a director of innovation program of University of California, Ovan. Dr. Noam Gruber, and Professor Gruber, he actually is now in Beijing. He's working as an associate professor at Peking University. Peking University, by the way, is the best university in China. And Gilad Segev is a famous singer from Israel. He's also an entrepreneur. Jeffrey Boinstein. Jeffrey Boinstein is the president of UPMC China and the former chairman of American Chamber of Commerce Shanghai. Guy Amok, he's the CEO and founder of IGGC Global. He's also the chief representative of IMIS, the International High School from Israel. Raz Gallo, I'm sure Raz Gallo is very well known to the young people, teenagers in China and Israel. He's a quite famous influencer, internet influencer in China, also internationally. Next one, I'll do it more quickly. SD Alon Cover, he's the head of economic mission, Embassy of Israel to China. Dr. Javier Vacedo. Javier Vacedo is the chief representative of EU Aviation Safety Agency. Jane Zhang. Jane Zhang she's the VC investor of M Fund. Actually, she has been to Israel many times. She wants to find an Israeli startup to invest. Kevin Woon. Kevin Woon is the chairman of Greater Bay Area Youth Innovation Center. And Mike Rosenthal, he's American from New York, a business coach, a movie actor as well. He's based in Shanghai now. Ranan Adin is a senior consultant and the deputy chancellor, deputy president of GTIT, is a Technion in China. Technion has a branch university in China. Shalom Tang is the Secretary General, board member of Xinhua Education Foundation. Sergey Hafon, CEO and entrepreneur of Medawan's Group. Sanil Bandhu is from Mumbai, is the angel investor and the former CEO of Tata Tele Services. And I'm going to just briefly go over this declaration of impartiality of the confidentiality for our judges. As our judges, they all agree that they will remain impartial and fair during the scoring process. And they will respect the rule and the final results of the contest. And they will assume that the role independently from the organizer and other judges. And they will maintain confidentiality on the pitch details during and after the contest. This is our commitment to all the teams. And the basic rules for the YIEC 2022, each team will present a project for 3 minutes, and another 2 minutes for Q&A session. But you know, we will give you extra 2 minutes if it's needed, it's really needed. So you can maximum do it in 5 minutes, the pitch. And the participants should respect all the judges and other teams and the host of the competition. Participants shall not make noise and interrupt other participants during the contest. The participants will present any additional materials related, such as a product or a website or app. By the way, our judges will ask questions during the Q&A session. Each team, we will have 3 questions, 3 or 4 questions maximum for each team. And this is a scoring criteria. The criteria is quite simple, just 5 aspects. The first one is the feasibility. We care if your project makes sense, if it's workable, it's workable. And the positive impact, the problem you're solving, if it's significant enough, and if you can bring a social impact, the positive impact to the society, and also innovation, presentation, including your PPT design and your pitch, and the teamwork, and your collaboration during the team. Okay, and I would like to give the special thanks to the official sponsor of Olympic game. This is the Heng Yuanshang Group, HXY Group. This is from Shanghai. It's a big group. They are this official sponsor of Olympic Games. And they are also an official sponsor of YIEC 2022. They will sponsor us the special Olympics gifts for all of the winners. And this is our partners. We are glad to have the Israeli embassy to China, the Israeli consulate general in Shanghai, consulate general in Guangzhou. They are our strong supporters. Thank them so much. And also we have some other partners. Okay, now the stage is yours. So we are going to have the first team to pitch.
So we are 5 students from a research group focused in invention and entrepreneurship.
Good morning, my name is Lior Kaplan, I'm the CEO.
Good morning, my name is Belle, I'm the second CEO.
Hello, I'm Daniel, I'm the CDO.
Hello, I'm Milan, I'm the CFO.
Hello, I'm Yuval, I'm the CMO.
Our product is an internal site that manages medical information in nursing home and assisted living. Our software will be used by 3 different populations. We will be mentioned. So, some of us today experience difficulties in contacting with our grandparents in the nursing homes. Because this following reason, we have decided to help them. We interviewed with one of the best nursing homes in the district and find the problem. The problem we found is the way the data is managed in the nursing homes. They're managing it via hard copies, and this is a cumbersome process that takes a long time and is inefficient. Our solution for this problem is to upgrade the method the data is managed in an online platform where all the information will be accessed to the stakeholders in the most accurate way and will be analyzed by an AI system.
So who will use our services? First of all, are the doctors and the nursing staff in the nursing homes. The second target audience is the HMO doctors who will transfer the health information of their patients into the software. The last population are families members who will receive the health information of their families. After a comprehensive and full inspection, we found that in Israel today, there are 155 assisted living facilities, 119 nursing homes, and 6 nursing hospitals.
Our frontend will be built from JavaScript based on CSS style. We will program this in Visual Studio Code development environment. For the backend, we will use a AWS Lambda server and DynamoDB database. Lambda is a serverless. It's a method that allows you to run code on Amazon servers without having to set up a server. This code will run as a result of a trigger. Trigger can be filling data in S3 buckets. It can be updating databases and in-call apps like using APIs and so on. Our server will analyze the data that comes from the HMOs and it send it to the database. We're using DynamoDB, which is a high-level secure database. This is the application template. Our application is suitable for all the platforms.
We will be marketing our beta version of the Brat Nursing Home and Moria branch. After a period of time, we will receive yearly feedbacks, according to which we will launch our second version for the whole country. According to the market survey we conducted, we found that there are 2 suitable competitors that can compete with us. We researched them and found what makes us unique.
Our business model is divided into 3 packs, the basic, pro, and premium. These prices are just an example. We are asking for $350,000. 81% will go for developing the software, 9.5% will go for marketing, 5% will go for software maintenance. We are willing to give in return for this amount 50% of the company.
Thank you for listening.
Okay, so our judges, you have any questions?
If I may, I'd like to ask a few questions regarding the business plan. First of all, I see that you already have a pricing model set. So the pricing is per patient or per home, and is it priced to the home itself, to the patient, or to the patient's family?
It will be a subscription. For example, if the nursing home will take two softwares of our program to 2 different computers, they will pay 2 different prices. They, for example, they pay one computer premium, and another they will the pro, for example.
The nursing home will buy the software, and it will be included the subscription of the family's members.
Okay, and so this is a tool that helps the nursing home to manage the care of the patient, of the inpatient.
Yes.
What are the services that the patient and the patient's family are getting? And also, could you provide a breakdown of your costs? You've outlined how much money you're asking for, but could you kind of break it down?
Can you repeat your question?
Yeah. So, what services, what information, or what services in general is the patient itself and the patient's family going to get out of this platform? And so this is one question. And the second question is, what is the outbreak of your costs, your expected costs, your go-to-market?
Okay, so for the first question, the families of the patients will get update of the patient's the medical information about the patient in the phone, if you're using the phone, and what is the
The second question was regarding the breakdown of your costs. You're
we
asking
will pay,
for, yeah.
Okay, 81% will go for developing the system. It was about $30,000. Another 9.5% will go for marketing, and another 0.5% will go for maintenance of the software, for a server, for database, and so on.
Okay, please, next one, B-stick.
So we ran into a problem that we don't have enough time in the morning to make our breakfast. So we want to think about a product that can help us solve the problem. So our target audience is also parents that can use the B-stick for making their children meals in the morning, and it will be faster. And also travelers that can use the product and take it when they need it immediately. So from a research that we made, we discovered that we don't have a competition in Israel, and none of them come in flavors.
Okay, so the money, the monetary income will come from the sale of the products and the receipt of a profile on each product it sells. The products will be sold in the refrigerator stores, in stores traveled area in Israel and later in the world. And our marketing strategy, the product comes in a package that contains all the flavor of the stick or in a single product. We will post the product on social media and celebrate with a network influencer or cooking shows. Finding demand. We're asking for $2,000 for each. You will receive 10% of the payment. We will invest the money we receive on comparing with a well-known butter company in Israel. We will offer them that by them on their regular marketing. We will market the butter stick to travel shops as well. Some of the money we will be invested in the seller of the professionals. Another part will be invested in the product producing of a marketing that will produce in the butter packing, stick packaging. And from the market surgery, we conclude that there is a demand of the product of the stick. People aged 20 plus who use butter on a daily basis have difficult spreading it on a butter, or who wants to try butter in a variation of flavors. We will invest in stretching our product, examining exist products. We will realize that there are similar products on the market from our products, but each of them has shortcomings. From our research, we conclude that the stick is suitable for most of the population in Israel. In the future, it will be suitable to adopt the rest of the population, lactose sensitive and vegan. And on the left side, you can see our logo, and the right side, you can see the product, the B-stick, how it will be in the stores. And thank you for listening to us.
Yes, I have a short question.
Yeah.
And so, as you know, today, I think for breakfast and in general for nutrition, the health issue is very important. Could you more elaborate about the nutritional value of this product?
We
Is
can
it healthy?
try to put like to make it more healthier, even though it's a butter. So it's not very healthy, but we can try to do it like less calories and less, I forget what we call it in English, kilo suman trans.
Yeah, trans fat, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And good luck. Looks very cool idea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I have also one question, a short question. Did you think about, like, you want to put the stick on the bread, right? But you know, it might leave some bread on the stick afterwards. How are you going to solve it?
I don't think it will happen because we already tried that and it doesn't happen because it's not like a glue.
Okay.
Not happening.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Alon, and I am the CEO of CompareIt. First of all, let's tell you who are we. CompareIt is an app that helps people optimize their shopping experience by saving time, money, and hassle. Our main goal is to allow every household in Israel and later throughout the world to shop more efficiently and effectively. These are our team members. We're a member, 5 members. And now let's talk a little bit about the problem. So I'm going to tell a personal story regarding this problem about my mom. When I see my mom going shopping, I see that she has many struggles when she goes shopping. She doesn't know where to go shopping, and she doesn't know what's actually happening in the supermarkets. And because of this, she wastes much time, valuable money, and in the aftermath, she gets a bad shopping experience. So we have found a solution to this problem. It is a social app in which the users build a shopping list, and then to optimize their shopping experience, they prioritize the chosen factors which are important to them: prices, distance, and waiting times. And the algorithm of the app will know how to connect between these important factors to the user and between data that is sent by other users in real time. And these other factors include cleanliness, quality, free parking, peak hours, and availability. So this is the app demonstration. This is like most other apps. You have the shopping lists, and then you can, of course, edit them and see the ingredients of the shopping list. And this is the unique part of our application. The user chooses his personal factors which are important to him, and he sorted them by importance to him. And then when he's finished, he goes to this page, and it shows him the recommended supermarket personalized to his needs. It shows the highest match in percentage due to his needs. And also it shows him the data that other users send in real time. The information that we've talked about earlier, the cleanliness, the quality, the parking, and so on. And after the user leaves the shop, he gets this prompt and asking, how was your shopping experience? Now it's his turn to help the community and help other users to tell them how was his shopping experience. Now let's talk a little bit about the potential market. Of course, we all know that grocery shopping is essential shopping. You can see the data on screen, very big numbers. Therefore, even 0.1% penetration to the market would give a good return on your investment. The competition. We have 2 major features which differentiate us from other companies which are similar to us. First of all, our algorithm is multi-factored, and we have, of course, the unique social network interface which connects between users in real time. We'll earn, first of all, by selling users information to advertisers and by integrated advertising in the app itself. The app will be free to download, which means we have bigger databases and more ads. And when we'll have enough income from selling users' data, we'll delete the ads in the app to improve the user experience and only rely on selling users' data. We'll launch a beta product in Israel, mostly by advertising on Google, YouTube, and social media. And then we'll be able to advertise during commercial breaks on the TV. It's more expensive, but it's more targeted to our audience. Today, I'm requesting from you $230,000 for 10% equity. Now I'll elaborate. 50K will go into heavy marketing, 150K will go to research and development, and it includes UI, UX, and design, and $30,000 will go into first-year maintenance, which includes hosting, analytics, bug fixing, and updates, and customer support. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer.
Yeah, I have a question, Alon.
Yes.
First, I think it was very good presentation and quite innovative and interesting idea, and I think it's actually needed. My question is, so you mentioned that you will obviously use your platform also for advertisers.
Yes.
From different shops. So I wonder, how will you address the conflict that probably supermarkets will also want to advertise on your platforms, but supermarket design the supermarkets for people to buy more, not necessarily buy more effectively or spend less money. So
Yeah.
how will you address this conflict of interest?
So yeah, this is also an interesting topic you brought up. It's actually, we can still keep the idea of making shopping more convenient and more efficient, and it will still be valuable to the supermarkets because mainly their goal is to still stay on the app, because if they're more efficient and their shopping experience is better, they will be highly rated on the application and they will be recommended to more users. The percentage that I showed you before would be higher. So they will want to be as best as possible, have the best quality of products, be the most efficient. And because of this, they will basically want to be the best and be shown to as many customers as possible. And this is why many supermarkets will want to be on this app and will even pay to do so, because it will affect them much if they are doing a good job at handling their supermarket.
Yes, but how you keep the platform neutral? Like if you have one big sponsor, let's say Rami Levy, one of the major supermarkets in Israel,
okay,
and he takes you, so why would other supermarkets want to be part of your platform?
Yeah. So about the sponsors, first of all, will not be taking places like Rami Levy, as you mentioned. The ads that will be in the app are not going to be related, of course, to supermarkets, because then it wouldn't be fair to other supermarkets. The ads would be about things that are not related to it. And the advertisers, of course, would not be, again, related to it, to the supermarkets.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Any other questions?
Yeah, I'd like to ask a couple of questions if time allows.
Yes.
First of all, your model really depends very heavily on crowdsourcing. That is, you really need the participants, the users,
yes,
to rate the markets as they leave them. What is my incentive? I went into the market, I've done my shopping, I'm out, I want to go home, I want to prepare food for my kids or whatever. What's my incentive? My incentive to start rating the market, right? So that's one question. The other question, it troubles me a bit to hear that your business model is basically selling user data. What kind of data? Who's going to buy it? What's the value? What is the potential damage to privacy? So those are questions that I'm sure you've thought about. So
okay, yeah, thank you. I'll relate to the first question. First of all, why should you rate after you leave the shop? So I have two answers to that question. First of all, of course, our main idea is a social network. It connects between users, and making shopping more efficient is very, very important in today's world, because after all, time equals money, and we want to save as much time as possible. Now, if you really want to use this application and you want to use it and make it helpful for you, you must also help other users in order to develop it and make it keep working. Now, if I go back to this screen, again, it's a very simple answer. You just put a number between 0 to 10. It shouldn't take more than 30 seconds, and it will help the community in an undescribable way. So it's a small cost, but you know that you keep the community running, you keep helping people. And if no one wouldn't help no one, so essentially you also wouldn't be able to use the application. So I think people actually would want to use this because, first of all, again, it's a short action. It doesn't take too much time. And you know that you're helping the community and yourself as well. Because if people wouldn't do it, then no one would be able to use the application. Regarding the second question about the business model, selling user data, what you said is true. In today's world, data is very important to us, privacy. However, we will let, of course, the users know when they sign up that they have a few things to fill, like email and so on. And they will be able to check a check mark that they know that their data will be sent and sold to advertisers. Now, you can say it's not moral, but it happens in every company today, in Google, Facebook, whatever. So we'll be able to, you said which data will you sell. So as I said, things like email and so on, advertisers will send a few ads to them, to Gmail and so on. Again, maybe it's not the most moral thing in the world, but it's one way to generate money. And of course, we have databases, and it's the way that we chose.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Great. So our judges, please rate and submit, and then we are going to welcome the next one, the next team. The next team will be Atmoshoe. Atmoshoe, please be ready and share your screen.
Hello everyone, we are the Atmoshoe co-founders. We are pioneers for world scientific athletic protection. We want to make shoes with embedded joint protection system. And our motto is never stop moving from injuries. And this me, I'm one of the Atmoshoe co-founders, CEO and basketball lover, and I propose the concept of using airbag in shoes. And here's our CTO, Simon Yu, and he's in charge of all the technology bits. And the Simon Yu will introduce the technology bits in our Atmoshoe.
So airbags, we will consider airbags in the shoes. It will expand in the nick of time and provide cushioning. Even though that the user might get tripped and fall, the important joints are well protected. Next, we use piezoelectric in triggering the airbags in the shoes. Also, this is called the transducer. The transducer can turn movement into into electricity, and we use this to charge our airbags.
Because we only have 2 people, we tend to use technology more than others. For example, our logo is designed by an AI program that I once helped to build. The process took less than 5 minutes. Also, we have a lot of advantages over the normal basketball shoes. Although the normal basketball shoes do provide protection, it only stays small. When something serious happens, it may be actually worse than no shoes. However, with Atmoshoe, our product, the airbags can offset up to 90% of damage. And with work, we can even make it 95%. What's more, we can also have the kind of technology in normal basketball shoes, and our shoes is their half price. Our customers are the basketball lovers in China. Here, lovers means that they spend 6 hours or more per week on basketball. The numbers of lovers stays at 40 million or so. So our market is huge in China. Now the Chinese people are going into what we call an international tide, meaning that they like to buy China product more than the other brands. And we're 100% Chinese, right in the middle of their consumption circle. Chinese people also like to buy things with technology too, and that's a bonus. Our market plan is on hosting offline activities that involve games and testing, like we can invite some athletes to spread our shoes brand. And we're aiming for letting the customers experience for protection and comfort it gives.
And thank you very much.
If you have any questions, we're happy to hear.
Yeah, so I have 2 questions to you. Thank you for the presentation. And it seems like this technology is quite needed in the sports. First, I would be happy to know. So you mentioned the figure that you can prevent 90% of the damage or of the injuries. What is this number based on? Have you conducted any research, experiment?
Yes, we actually tested a sort of thing that's based on 10 days. We did it 1 day at a time, and we set here our CEO into shooting goals and me stepping on him to see if they like sprain him ankle. And we tested it if we tie a balloon, sort of a lighter airbag to his ankle, and the cushioning may bring my safest ankle 9 out of 10. Exactly.
Okay, so you came up with this number from one experiment?
No, we conducted like more than 10 experiments.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm also, can you elaborate more about the technology, how it actually helps to avoid injuries? I'm not sure I understand.
So we use this transducer thing, and this thing can turn, you press it and it can, it can produce a slight electricity. And we use this to, while you walk, and this thing produces like electricity. And we use this to charge our airbags. And also we will put piezoelectric, you press this and it will also give a little electrical circuit, electrical current, and we put this on our shoes' sides. So if you were going to sprain an ankle, the sides of your shoes touches the ground, and this sets off the airbags and prevents cushioning.
Yeah, and this idea came from the street in London with piezoelectric street lamps. It's charged for the lamps in that street is charged with piezoelectric material.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Good luck.
If I may ask, is there a working prototype, and did you actually let real athletes try it in a real game yet?
Not yet, but we are still working on the materials. We did produce a shoe that used that actually used this, but it malfunctioned, so we didn't show it. And now the shoe is this right.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Atmoshoe. The next one will be word search. So our judges be ready. Next one will be word search. Word search.
Okay. Hello, and we're word search. My name is David. Okay, I'm the CEO of word search, and me and my team happen to be dyslexics. Okay, we happen to be a big part of this world. Look at these huge numbers of dyslexics, and to prove you how huge this number, I want you to think about one of your friends who suffer from dyslexia. It's nearly 100% that you have this friend. Maybe even yourself suffered from dyslexia. You might remember your difficulties. If you can't read or not understand what are you reading, you'll have a huge learning difficulties. And if you can't talk or understand what people are talking to you, you'll have a huge social difficulties. And all of that will lead into a long-term problems in your future life when you grow up, because nobody really care about your problems. You'll have to manage them yourself. So what are we all about? We just want to help dyslexic people. We just want to improve their lives and make them solve their learning difficulties and their social difficulties. How are we gonna do that? We're gonna using all the senses of a human body that can somehow cooperate with dyslexia, which are reading, listening, and speaking. And here are up to those.
Okay, so let's move on to our app's design. Our app's design will consist with the main menu, where you'll be able to scan a text or choose from our wide library of texts. Then you will move on to the customization page. when you will be able to customize everything you need, everything to your aspects, and it will allow you to make the reading easier. And then you can move on to the training part of the app, where you will train your reading and speaking capabilities by reading a text out loud, and then the system will rate your reading for you. Then you'll be able to track all of your progress on a daily or a weekly, monthly, and yearly basis, based on speed, accuracy, and your grade, and thus improving yourself. Okay, so let's move on to our business plan. Just for reference, our potential market just in the US is 43 million dyslexics, which 2 million of them are students. Of course, with such a giant market, we can't focus on everyone. So we want to focus on the dyslexics that genuinely seek for help with their dyslexia. And of course, with such a large market, we do have competition. There are a few apps that provide similar things to ours. For example, the customization of texts or reading it out loud for you, but they don't provide the entire part of the speaking and practice, meaning that they provide you a tool for help, but they don't allow you to practice and improve your position as a dyslexic. And of course, we do have a business model. We have a free version that will allow you to scan text and customize them as you want. And we have a premium subscription that for $60 a year, you'll be able to use the entire speaking and practice your speaking and reading skills and track your progress on a yearly or monthly or weekly basis.
Okay, so our marketing strategy goes like this. All what we want to do is to bond our connections with the professionals, which include the teachers and the doctors. These guys are, or most of them have our clients, our potential clients of dyslexics. All the teachers can have a lot of connections with the dyslexic students, and the doctors with a lot of dyslexic people who suffer from dyslexia. And our funding demand is $300,000 for 33%. 66% of this will go to developing our app. Our app is quite complex, and the rest will go into marketing and our salaries and travel expenses. Thank you very much.
How it actually works?
Okay, so 1 second. It's going to work like this. I'm a dyslexic, and what's my problem with dyslexia is when I'm trying to read something, I mainly skip all the vowels. You know what vowels are, yeah? All the A, O, E. So most of the dyslexics are just skipping them. We just can't see them. So our app will, with the customization, we can focus on emphasizing vowels and making your text much more readable. Like, we're just gonna make it so much more accurate for each dyslexic that it will be helpful for them. After that, after you customize your text, you'll be able to read aloud. We'll give you some text. The app will give you some text. Maybe even if you want to scan something and practice on it, you'll be able to scan it. After that, the app will listen how you're talking. It will mark what are you missing, what are you good at. This is the part where tracking progress is coming. So yeah, that's plus minus how it's going to work.
But do you have a general plan for like many kinds of dyslexics? Because I can tell for myself as a dyslexic, that for example, one of my problems is to do like 2 actions at the same time. For example, I can read, but I can't get the knowledge from what I just read.
Excuse me, I just. Can you repeat?
Yeah, someone is talking. Okay, I speak for myself. For example, for me, it's hard to do like 2 actions at the same time. So I can read, but if you ask me what did you just read, maybe I won't be able to answer you. So for example, for my own problem, how do you gonna deal with it? I mean, there are so many different kinds of dyslexics. Yeah.
So to answer your question, I must firstly answer other question. If you were born dyslexic, you will forever stay dyslexic. There is no actual solution for dyslexic people to solve the dyslexia. It's so, the dyslexia is such a hard disease. You can't really, even if you're going to a doctor, it's only gonna improve yourself. Our app is not about solving the problem. It's about making a way for dyslexic people to improve. So right now, what are you talking about is, what if I'm this kind of dyslexic? What's for me? So our app is focusing on the general type of dyslexia, the one that's having a problem of reading. It will obviously improve your reading skills, and because it will mark your vowels and all of that, it's gonna also improve your understanding, because after that you will have to speak for yourself. After you read something, you will have to answer the questions about the text. That's a part of the progress.
And who is going to design it? It's going to be made by doctors or by who? Specialists? Who is going to write these questions to the clients or to manage this software? I mean, let's say the educational part. It's going to be made by doctors or by any other experts?
Yeah, we have some connections in our school to dyslexic doctors and teachers. Those people actually understand what are they working at. We're gonna use their help and hopefully make it to much more professional persons.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Great. So our judges, please submit your rating form. By the way, I heard Rami Levy has a serious dyslexia issue. Maybe he needs your service.
We'll be more than happy to help.
Okay, I will connect you with him. Okay, so next one will be food scan. Food scan. Please share your screen, and the job hive will be the next one. Please be ready.
So hello everyone, my name is Lon Gendelman and I'm the CEO and founder of FoodScan. So those are my team members. A bit about FoodScan. Our startup helps eases the shopping experience of people with allergies and autoimmune diseases, just like my grandmother, who is the reason why I created this app. So a little story. The problem here is I will tell you it like a story. So I once was shopping with my grandmother, and she traveled to the sector of the food, and she has diabetes. So she should have looked at the ingredient list, and it took her a lot of time. And also she misled, took one item which was with a lot of sugar, but because the letter was so small, she couldn't read it. So there are 220 million people like my grandmother who has either allergies or autoimmune diseases. There are over 160 food-related allergies. And our solution is an app that allows you to scan the barcode of the product and gives you the main ingredients and highlights according to your personal setting, whether it is safe or not, by using the traffic light model, as well as we will show you it later. We use AI to connect the disease at the traffic light technique. We also use some sort of AI to find the ingredients of products on the internet. So how it is going to work? So first of all, you log in. After that, you need to put some personal information as your disease or allergy and mark it. Here's the home screen. Here you need to scan the barcode of the product. And this is the main feature. Here, as you can see, you have the photo of the product, the name of it. In the right side, near the picture, you have a bar. If it is red, it means it is unsafe for you. If it is green, it's safe. And if it's orange, you should look it up for yourself because we aren't sure and we don't want to take a risk. Also, we mark the ingredient that may risk your life. So that's the main feature here. So our biggest competitor is MyFitnessPal, which is an app that helps you to lose muscles or gain weight or lose weight, which is completely different from our goal, which is save life and protect the people who has diseases. Our business model. So just a second. So here you see the product. Our main revenue stream is the B2B with an option to sell it directly to the end users at a cost of $30 and $40 respectively. And even with 1% market penetration, we will still make about $77 million, which is a good return on investment. So how we're going to reach this goal? Our market strategy. Even though our revenue is going to be mainly from the B2B, we will still try it on the end users. First of all, after patenting it and launching it on the app stores, we will advertise and ask people to fill out the surveys so we can learn from them, and we will modify the app accordingly and make the new improved product chargeable. Once we are ready with the improved product, we will start collaborating with the health-related companies and supermarkets. And this is the part where the B2B sector comes into existence. So our funding requirements. We ask you to invest 200K for 20% of our company, 50 to 20K towards the patent, 100K to create and develop it, and 80K to the R&D team. Thank you very much. I'd like to take another half a minute from your time. I would like to thank my teachers, Batya and Mirit and Vered, who supported me all the way. That's all I want to say. Thank you very much. I'd like to hear questions.
Hi, could you expand a bit on the B2B model? What is it that you mean by that? Yeah. Why would businesses or shops buy this app?
Yes, of course. So basically, the main feature here is that you save lives. And as long as you save lives, it's more profitable for the insurance companies and the hospitals and everyone to keep you safe more time, because then they need less of you need less treatment, and you go less to the hospital. You will be healthier, and you need their services less, and it's less money, so they keep their money more. So in a cost of $30, you can avoid $100 surgeries or $400 surgeries. Depends on the place you live in.
So what are the businesses that you expect to sell this app to? What kind of businesses?
So in Israel, it's obviously so if we speak about Israel, it's the medical centers like Kopot Cholim and stuff we have here. And if we speak about outside of Israel, you have the insurance companies that may provide this. Some supermarkets may buy this feature and want to collaborate with you to show a good picture of them, helping to the people who have autoimmune disease and caring about them. So they'll try to paint an accurate picture of them and let the people outside think their supermarket is generous and accepts everyone the same and tries to help everyone even if they have disease.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, my name is Aviv, and I'm one of the CEOs of JobHive. After seeing from personal experience the difficulties of the job market, we understood that it's incredibly difficult as a starting point for teenagers.
Hello, my name is Amir, and I'm the second CEO of JobHive. JobHive, we want to improve the job hunting experience for teenagers by introducing them to jobs that are meant for them and their skills. We want to prevent jobs from colliding with the teenagers' schedules or with any other activities that they're in, youth movements, courses, etc.
This is the team consisting of 6 members who work together. We have a variety of different skills in the group, and everyone give the share. Yeah.
So what is the problem? The problem we face is the ever-changing job market. It is incredibly difficult as a teenager to find a suitable job for personal needs and requirements. One might find a job that they only like, only to realize that it is located in a place that is considered dangerous for them or insufficient in supplying their personal needs. Our goal at JobHive is to prevent that from happening and to ease the process of finding a suitable job.
Our solution is a website that provides feedback from employees at the job you are applying for. Employees will be able to write feedbacks after providing verification. That will help people understand the environment of the job and the way boss-employee relationship go.
This is the website's interface. As you can see, we have the main area, also known as the Hive. The Hive consists of recommended jobs for you. We also have what we call the nets, which is where the employees can leave their feedback of the job you're looking at.
Core customers. As we've started before, our core customers are mostly teenagers, as they have needs and requirements that must be met when looking for a job.
This is a competition. In Israel and in the USA, we have these competitors. Our main difference from them is that we focus on relate to teens and the feedback of the employees at the jobs.
To maintain our goal and also earn profit from it. JobIves provide you with exclusive webinars for premium membership that will walk you through information that would help you with the job market. To gain more revenue, we also have ads for non-premium users.
Our webinars play an important role because another difficulty that comes with entering the job market, especially for teens, is to know important tools such as the basics of economics, how to be more productive, how to talk convincingly, and to manage your time more effectively.
Our funding demand is based on the basic needs for our website to run and the required payment to create and maintain the website, along with the necessary wages. The funding is shown on the screen. We spend our money for dedicated servers and mostly for workers, for moderators that will keep the website clean from bad stuff.
They will maintain the website.
Yeah, verification stuff for the employees and the employers, and professionals for the webinars that would do the webinars.
Help with the courses, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, hi, I'm Lior, and I'm one of the founders of Watch Out. Can you go down, please? Thank you. Okay. So we thought making this product when we heard the amount of people drowning. In 2020, 365,000 people died from drowning. We were shocked when we heard this. That's why we decided to create Watch Out, a watch that could alarm people around when someone is drowning, open a floater, and perhaps save the user's life. Our vision is to make people go to the sea without worrying and make the sea a safer place. Can you go down, please? Okay. So let me introduce you our team. On the left, there is Eyal. He is the CFO. There is me, I'm the CMO. Nitai is the CEO, and Kfir is the CTO. Okay, so as I said, the product will include an emergency button that when pressed twice will open a floater to get the users above the water and will send an emergency alarm to the nearby users in the matching radius, including the closest lifeguard. The product will also include a BPM reader that can check the user's BPM and alert in case of danger to nearby users. This feature is used as a safety net if the user couldn't press the emergency button. Okay, so the product will also include a sportive looking theme, including info about the weather, time, date, and so on.
Potential market size and stream revenue. According to Google, December 2021, there are about 600 million tourists in Europe only that visit the continent yearly. According to CBI.EU market information, January 2021, about 60% of the European tourists tend to prefer and have an along the seaside vacation, which leaves us with about 360 million potential users in Europe only. Let's aim low and say about 5% of them will use our product yearly, whether it's buying it or renting it in beaches. That's about 18 million potential users in only 1 year in Europe only. This number of potential yearly users will only grow every year, which will leave us with a huge market cap and potential users to work with. Evaluated production cost per watch 35 USD if assembled from both parts 20 until 25 USD if manifold. We intend to sell each watch at about 55 USD. The watch will be sold to every customer that will like to buy it, but it will be attended especially to beach and pool owners. The owners will be able to buy a very large amount of watches for a discount of about 5% until 10%, and they will be able to rent them to people for any price they will like. Thanks to the fact survey we made, our expected amount of users in the first year and the fact that after the first year, as long as the product will be successful, it will easily go worldwide. We can evaluate our yearly revenue for the first year to be about 120,000 until 150,000 USD. After reducing we all cost 300,000 USD before. This is a survey. These are the results of the survey that we conducted. We created the survey due to a need to prove our conclusion that more people will like to rent the watch at beaches than buying the watch privately. This conclusion helped us then evaluating our annual income. This is the result. 86% willing to rent the watch. Funding demands. Our demand is 70,000 USD that will allow us manufacture about 3,000 watches. This demand should help us make progress with the startup and give you in return 8% shares. If our evaluated yearly revenue will be correct, you should be getting in return 9,600 until 12,000 USD in the first year, and in the second year, the number should be jumping much higher. This is a model of the watch. This is the watch, and this is the electric pump. This is the BPM sensor, and this is the here the yellow. This is the floater.
Okay, so our marketing strategy. We plan on launching our product using sports brand sponsorships and shops where we'll be selling our products. We will also be selling the watches using our site for an efficient way for the customer to learn about the device, its functionality, and its sales around the world. Okay, so now us versus competitors. The competitors offer mechanical bottom as an emergency bottom. The product is very clumsy and large, unjustified pricing with no sale methods, and it's a little bit odd looking. We offer fully working technological smartwatch, which is waterproof and has average size device which feels like a regular watch. Fair pricing with 2 sale methods to allow you the best experience. sportive looking fashion watch, which you will not be ashamed of to walk with at the street. Thank you.
I'd like to start. I'll ask just one question. Do you have a working design, a prototype? Proof of
Built
concept?
one, but we do have a 3D model that we built for the watch itself, for how it's supposed to be built, but we don't have a fully working watch yet.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, as we are running out of time, so we are moving to the next one. Save it. Please share your screen.
Okay. Hello, we are Save It, and we are very happy to present you our product. I'm Or, the CEO, and this is Adar, our COO, this is Itai, our CTO, and this is Erez, our CFO, and we all made this product.
So we cannot ignore the environmental and economic damage of food loss in our world. While 23.5% of Israelis suffer from food insecurity, our solution will help minimize this problem by allowing anyone to afford a fresh meal at a healthy and reasonable price. Well, the problem we wish to solve is also connected to one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the UN, which is to reduce food loss by half by 2030. And if you thought the problem was only in Israel, you were wrong. As you can see in this slide, food waste problem is worldwide and affects all the different places in our world. We strive to minimize the phenomenon of food waste throughout Israel, while ensuring that everyone can afford themselves a fresh meal at a reasonable price. In order to fight against the global food waste phenomenon, we invented Save It, which is a dedicated app that will connect businesses with private customers who would like to buy the surplus food from services at a discounted price or donate it to the needy.
Our target customers are big places like hotel, ballrooms, catering, bakeries, and dining room and kibbutzim. And from the other side, individuals and aid organizations. Our app connects between the hotels to individuals.
So you can control click it, and it will open a link. This is how our app will look like. So we can sign in as a customer and agree to the privacy policy. And when we continue, and the app will load in. If we press it, it shows us open to select food for a cheaper price. If we click it, it will show us some details about it. This one is called Bet Hasmachot, and it's open between 2 and 5 p.m. If we click on more details, it will show us their website. We can even donate $1 for them, and it will show us the payment options, so like PayPal, Bit. There's even in the map a little star at the top left corner, and it shows a donation campaign. Every holiday, a donation campaign will raise its money for a meal for needies. So we can click it in order to donate money for people who need.
Our competitors are Food for All. They take leftovers food from the restaurants and sell it at a discounted in the last hour of the evening. Too Good To Go is a company that makes food bags from wasted food. There are no similar companies operating in Israel.
Well, our advantage over the competitors. First, our company focuses on large food sources like hotels and dining rooms rather than just restaurants. So there we can sell more food. Our app is also offers a large variety of donation options, including fundraising campaigns and holidays, as you saw on the mockup. And lastly, our solution is very simple to function. As you saw on the mockup, you can see all the nearby cheap food with just one click.
It's time to show the money. First, the business model. As you can see in front of you, our incomes are from selling the leftover food of the business who cooperating with us. Our business plan works so that of the total revenue, the businesses get 30%, we get 60%, and the remaining 10% go to donate to hungry people. In conclusion, our monthly profits are about $445,000. As you can see in the graph in front of you, as time goes on, so the revenue increases, except for the first 6 months devoted to app development. Our marketing strategy is to advertise the products across social networks and social media. It's time to the investment request. We are asking for $225,000 which we will use to develop the app and advertise and selling for the first 3 months. And in return, you will get 90% of our company. Help us fight food loss in Israel and minimize the global hunger phenomenon. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, so have you checked your competitors properly? Because I think there are companies that are doing same things in Israel as well. I think there's a company even called Wasteless or some others, I think.
We have looked for competitors online, and the competitors that we wrote on the PowerPoint is the closest match to what we do, because there's just like we couldn't find a lot of them. But
I would like to add, we also found that there is a business that is called Lekit Israel in Israel that is also existed to save food, but it doesn't sell food at a discount price, and it works mainly with vegetables and fruits. So we are here to really sell fresh meals. And we haven't found something similar in Israel, at least from what we know.
So I'd like to ask, first of all, this is a very admirable idea, and I wish you the best of luck. So your model is to sell this surplus food to the end user, the consumers needy, for about $6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the logistics? How does the food reach the end user? How does it make its way from the if it's I don't know, a restaurant or some facility? How does the food end up in the hands of the user, the needy person who's buying it? And why wouldn't people, rich people, buy food from a restaurant for $6? I mean, it's I'm really asking 2 questions here. One, what is the logistics? How is the food delivered? And one, how do you overcome the potential for abuse? That's it.
The food is come to It's both the needy and the private consumer. And the needy is more if you want to donate for like giving food, but the main purpose of the product is to save food and sell it to the private consumer.
What about the shipping cost, the delivery cost?
Well, there's no delivery in our app because our app works with all the nearby places. So if you want to buy a meal, you can go to the nearby hotel or dining room and go there and buy the meal yourself. So there's no delivery process in between, and you can also donate money to the business, and the money will go to us, and we will donate it to the needy with our connection.
Thank you.
I would also like to add that this problem is one of the 17 global problems of the UN, and so it's very important to also solve it.
Thank you. So we are finishing this one, and the next one will be Harel. Harel, please be ready. And we are going to have another 2 teams will finish the morning session. Okay, so Harel, please share your screen.
Hi, we are the founders of Harel. Einat, Adi, Yaheli, Eitan, and Gali from Givoni.
So we wanted to help elders, and we realized that elders can't perform actions such as replacing a light bulb, repairing blinds, or fix the laundry machine. Most of the times, their families can't help them for many reasons, and with low pensions, they don't have the financial capacity to pay for these services. On the other hand, we found out that searching for the internet for professionals can take a lot of time, which matters a lot when the job is urgent. Professionals need to be quick. They need to be quick. They need to get to the client fast, so the client won't be heard from the problem in the house. And they need to be near instead of waiting for the professional to drive a long way. Finding someone close would be much preferred. And they need to be really able. A trustworthy service provider asks for a fair price and completes the task effectively. To solve these problems, we made Harel.
Let's say you're looking for an electrician. You try searching on the internet, but it takes too much time. You find an app called Harel, which searches for you, ordered by rating and locations. And that's not even the best part. The service providers on the app choose to volunteer. By the way, by helping elders for free. Who wouldn't prefer an electrician that gives their time for a good cause? Harel, find professionals, help elder. Let's say you're looking for an electrician. You try.
So why Harel? Harel is an app that helps everyone. The elderly receive service voluntarily, the professional receive investing, and the customer receive opinions, which help them decide about the professional. Today, we have 15,000 professionals in Israel and 1.2 million elderly people. The broker model is intermediary between the manufacturer and the buyer, who receive money from both. The app works with a revolutionary technology that allows for instant call. We want to develop an app for all the needs of elderly using special technology that allows call to various service providers.
First, we want to focus on the development of the app, making it accessible and user-friendly with real-time calling technology. We intend on releasing the app within 5 months, and after releasing the app, we will focus on marketing the app, both in ads, nursing homes, and by directly talking to professionals. For the investment for our company, we request $150,000 for 12.5% of our company shares.
Our competitors are Midrag and the Professionals. There are two companies that have similar websites that present professionals with feedback from clients. What makes our app unique and better is the fact that the professionals in our app volunteer for the elders. The professionals are ranked according to their services quality and the number of time they volunteer. Another advantage of our app is that the customers can pay and set a meeting with the professionals using the app. Our mentors are Avi Zaitan and Rani Fuchs. Avi helped us making a business model and a business plan. And Rani helped us with our technology and app operation. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I have a question. Can you hear me? So,
Yes.
Obviously, in terms of positive impact, it's amazing initiative and idea. Or I'm still not sure about the business model, how it's going to work, like who's gonna. And second question is, so some elderly people, it's quite hard for them still to use apps, which youngster is very easy to operate. How do you address this issue?
Okay, so our business model relies on the service providers paying us for exposure in the app. So if I'm an electrician, I'll pay to be in the app and be rated. And also we might choose to have ads inside our app that customers see and we get money from that. Our main goal within the app is to make it accessible, especially for elders, because it might be hard for them to realize understand the technology behind it, but that's the main focus of our company, to make it easy for everyone to use the app.
And about the second question, we plan to make the app very easy to use. So it wouldn't be too many things to do, like not a lot of buttons and stuff to push. So it would be accessible for people who don't understand how to use this kind of stuff.
By the way, how do you make sure that the people that give the service are all reliable?
We get the information from, from I don't remember, from the Ministry of Interior. They have a list of all the people in the country that they are elder, and the elders need to put their ID in the app, so we will connect it to the list of the ministry.
No, but I mean the service providers, like you have to find pretty reliable people because it's quite easier to cheat elderly. So how do you make sure that the people that go to their house will do a good job and not something else? It's quite risky.
So within our app, every professional is rated with reviews, and also we check every professional, if they have the papers to back up their claims, if they have if they're reliable, and also if they're not, they're immediately reported to the app and we can deal with that.
Okay, so the next one, SafeLet. SafeLet will be the last one, but not least one. Okay.
Yeah, just a second.
Please share your screen.
Okay. Hello, everyone. We are the team of entrepreneurs from Israel. We developed the product SafeLet, the bracelet that will save your nightlife.
Okay, so in today's world, it's easy to obtain a rape drug, and there isn't enough efficient solutions. So we decided to develop our product. Our product is a bracelet that checks if a drink has a rape drug in it. Our product should be sold to the importers of beverages to bars. They will market our bracelets with drinks and sell them to the bars. Our goal is to make people feel safe enough to go out without the fear of getting traumatized for the rest of their lives.
Now, before we diving deep into our idea, we think you need to get to know us first. The CEO, Emma Kirshenbaum, she volunteers in MADA, which is Israel's national rescue organization. She likes to hang out with friends and go to the scouts. The COO, or Pastaniani, I party a lot, and I like to go on a dirt road trips. The CFO, Omri Kasovich, he likes to party with his friends and go to the gym. The CTO, Yar Giller, he trains in karate, hangs out with his friends, and go to the scouts.
We think that the problem here is clear. There are a lot of sexual assaults that happen because of rape drugs, and by the way, it looks right now that the number of sexual assaults are going up significantly every year.
Emma, we can't hear you. Emma, we can't hear you.
Sorry. Okay. So the story of Alon Castiel has been in the headlines, in the Israeli headlines for the last few days. Alon Castiel is an accountant, but he's better known as the Tel Aviv nightlife man. Before he got arrested, he owned several clubs in Tel Aviv. He used to give women drinks with rape drug, take them to their or his apartment, and rape them. He drugged and raped about 30 women, got in prison for only 4 years, and he's about to get free 1 year earlier. Alon Castiel's victims are furious and frightened to see him walking around Tel Aviv's neighborhood. If there had been any efficient way to check if the girl's drink had been poisoned, it could have prevented the terrible things that Alon had done to them.
Okay, so our product is a bracelet with 5 areas that can detect if there is a rape drug in your drink in a matter of seconds. Those 5 areas immediately changes their color to red when they come in touch with a liquid that contains rape drugs. So how does it work? So in 5 indicators that are found on the bracelet, there is a protein. Once this protein comes into contact with a substance that is found in rape drugs, it changes its color. So how do you use the bracelet? So the user dips his finger in the beverage and put it on one of 5 circles. So after that, the circle changes its color to blue if it does not contain a rape drug, and if it does, the color changes to red.
Our main and only competitor is the company DrinkSafe. DrinkSafe produced a card that you buy by yourself. This card works in the same way that our bracelet works. Our advantage is that our bracelet is easy to carry and it has more detectors than DrinkSafe's card. In addition, our bracelet has more exposure because it will be sold by the drink companies and not to the private people.
The price of our bracelet will be $1.50. We don't know how much the indicator costs. However, we can assume that the production cost of our bracelet won't be more than $1. The price of a single paper bracelet is $0.15, and the price of a drink safeguard is $0.85. We added $0.5 to the final price so we can have profit and income.
Okay. We are planning to make partnership with beverages importers of bars. The importers will market our products with their goods, and in return, we will advertise their logo on our bracelets. We will sell the bracelets to companies in order to get a larger public using less salesmen and workers.
Okay, so we don't know how to produce the protein that indicates rape drugs. So in order to produce Saflet, we want to contact a biological laboratory who is capable of making the indicator and partner up with them.
Here you can see a graph that shows our expected income. The graph is just an assumption, but as you can see, the company might have high income and big profit. And we believe that there won't any companies who don't want to support us and keep their customers safe.
We need $200,000 to start our business. For our first 2 months of production will cost $180,000, and we need another $20,000 for marketing and transporting for our employees. In exchange, we'll give 8% of our company. Thank you very much, and we hope that you will support our company.
Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. So I wonder, when you try to bring a new product to people to use, especially which is, you need to be cool in a cool environment, and maybe sometimes it will be not easy to educate the customers, like it was in the beginning of COVID, wearing masks.
This is the.
So my question, how you really motivate? Okay, obviously it's important for the women or men to be aware of this danger, but how you make it cool, that they would be happy to use it, because obviously it's very important cause.
Well, the bracelet is really convenient. The only thing that that the clubs and bars need to do is give them in the beginning of a party. It's disabled, so it can be how can I say it? So it's not really wait a minute, sorry.
Can I add something?
It's not really a bother for the bars to give them. It's not supposed to be really hard for the bars.
Okay, and in addition, in a lot of parties and a lot of places, they give to you a bracelet, a paper bracelet, so as an entering ticket. So it won't be any different from that. It's just the same bracelet with 5 little circles that they can detect a weight drug. It is not something very big or hard to carry, like DreamSafe's card. So we don't think that this would be really a problem.
Okay, it sounds like a very important and good cause. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.